back out Dower, long two, won't go down, and the rebound to the Cowboys.
Sam Dower Jr. has not been a part of this game inside at all. He has settled for a lot of jump shots so far.
The ball in the hands of Marcus Smart. Big 12 all first team for the second straight year. Brown, left-handed lay-in. You know, Mark Few told us yesterday that Dower left-handed hook shot, no good. And Smart with another rebound. Pushes it up the floor. Smart to Brown. Two more.
Well, they have come
this second half train. Guinness doesn't get it to roll.
He was more concerned with drawing the contact than finishing the shot.
Now Brown the other way. Puts it in for two. Marcus Smart is sucking wind.
What a great answer. They've gotten it down to 3, now stretching it back out to 8. You got to wonder at some point if they score on the next possession, if it forces Oklahoma State to call timeout.
Brown stops the bleed, picks up his dribble, now feeds Dower. Hammonds is in the game, tied up by Smart, and a steal by Oklahoma State.
Great double team inside by Marcus Smart.
And Brown with the easy two.
Every single time for the rest of the game. They've got no answer now with no size inside.
His first field goal of the second half. 4:20 to go. Cowboys got to get it going. Brown with back-to-back buckets. Midcourt now picks it up. Smart right to the hoop. Followed by Murphy. No, they tip it up. Comes down to Murphy. Smart went down to the ground hard, back up. Fresh shot clock for the Cowboys. Brown, jumper from the baseline is good. Now there's a whistle. The official. Cowboys need instant offense. Brown, left-handed lay-in, goes down. Timeout, Travis Ford. He's got 2. Final 10 seconds. Brown uses the glass for 2.
Bin move and the pass to the corner taken away.
Bill Self's assistant coaches were here early watching that Iowa State, Kansas State game, already thinking ahead. Hits the ball out of bounds, not a shooting foul. And I'm still chuckling at when we get an opportunity to show you the reaction of the Iowa State student body up in Ames. Oklahoma State was up there recently. Markel Brown, step back. Great shot. That's going to want to be the 8 that plays them. And then keep in mind, they're going to draw 1 in whatever region they are assigned to. So they're very dangerous, except that probably not as dangerous on a one-day turnover when they're short-handed. If I was going to play Oklahoma State, I would. Wiggins up over the top of Nash, in and out. And here come the Cowboys again. And it's Markel Brown. He's not having explosiveness, but he comes down. And there's goaltending. Trailing by a point. We're inside of 2 minutes. How good have these first 2 games been? Quarterfinals of the Big 12. What a day in Kansas City.
So you got no Nash right now, so pick and roll's a little bit more irrelevant.
Pull up by Markel. 3-ball.
59-53 to close out their regular season.
You know, you almost need to put an asterisk on there because that 1-6 record included Iowa State, Kansas, Oklahoma State, Kansas State, Baylor, Kansas again.
There are a lot of teams that have records like that because of the Texas Tech. Here comes Forte with a step inside. No call, and there's Brown picking up the loose.
Toby Smith right now needs a Robert Turner day or a Jordan Tolbert day.
Showtime for 8 points for Deon Kravich. The average is only 7 a game. Tapsova switches over to Nash. No look pass to Brown. Another 3 for Markel Brown.
Texas Tech probably hasn't done that but 2 or 3 times this entire first half.
That's 10 steals, or 10 turnovers, I should say, for the Red Raiders. And I shortchanged Marcus Smart on a steal. I said he had 3, he actually has 4. Brown, another three. You got it. My goodness.
From three so far. So long distance shooting for Iowa State has been ice cold.
Oklahoma State has come in here and played with a lot of poise early, run their offense, and they're getting reasonably good looks.
Shot clock winding down. Brown is able to knock that jumper.
With in that triple overtime game, and Nash was just absolutely outstanding in the paint. They're going to play through him again, John.
Tay finding space, gives to Brown, and he drills that three. And they missed it.
You know, and this happened on Monday night against Kansas State when Smart didn't get a call because he's the boy who cried wolf. Got to let that be a play on.
And then Brown buries a huge.
Oh yeah, that is the basketball gods. Just trust me on that one. Guy knows he's coming out. He's missing the free throw, John.
But just subconsciously.
I did. I said subconsciously.
Markel Brown knifing his way in. The team by one. A 7-0 run. And Brown knocks it down.
Go back to Nash again. He got the ball so deep last time.
Yeah, you like your chances if he gets it that deep.
Yeah.
Brown at the bucket lays it in to tie it.
Good hands. Turned it over. This is what beat Kansas on Saturday night. Turnovers. Markel Brown drives in. Foster, open look right side off the front of the iron. Forte, long rebound, eyes the floor. Great dish to Markel and a great athletic move. Oh, mercy. One of the best.
Or try to pound the ball inside without making the defense move first. Has much more success.
He snapped a drought in 6 minutes and 45 seconds in terms of field goals for the Jayhawks. Markel Brown for three.
6 turnovers, but if you count all the bad shots, their turnovers were the turnover level a lot higher.
The first opportunity to run good offense in the second half as the Cowboys have it. Glad to have you with us. Saturday primetime. Reese Davis, Jay Billison, Shannon Spate, our terrific ESPN crew. Markel Brown lets it fly from three. And the first shot of the second half.
Oftentimes what Kansas will do is they'll screen the top guys.
Wiggins goes over the top of it. Indeed, and he got pushed out the rebounding position. Smart for Oklahoma State. Alley-oop for Brown!
In the game, what's he trying to preserve?
Markel Brown, quick shot.
By the first media timeout, just 1 for 9. Good trap here, though.
Defense to offense for Oklahoma State. Smart to a cutting Brown. Gets the roll.
But sometimes they just hanging around.
Kean Anderson, Marcus Smart. The focus of the one-on-one. They just scored their first points of the game. About 5 minutes to go in the first half.
Are you mocking my one-on-one?
I would never do that to you on live television. Markel Brown.
Trying to get a timeout, but Higgins said he gave him one after he teed him up. So a costly timeout for the coach for the Orange Frogs.
Looked like a close game. We could have a close finish, but right now, Oaks.
Oh, Brown, good play. Great pass by Smart. And the rebound by Murphy. Brown.
To trigger for the Cowboys.
Same starting lineups as began the game. You see Tech in the zone.
And if you're Tech, you want a series of stops. Some good defensive play to begin this half. Some offensive buckets to go to where you can shorten the game again. They cannot be a team that allows themselves to get down 12 or 14.
Brown really staying with it. He 5 points again.
Tell you what Turner did. He waited on the ball screen and then he pinched Forte off. I mean, so many times you see in these ball screening games that we see in college basketball that's overdone many times is guys taking off before the screen gets established. He did not do that. Forced the help situation. They get a wide open three.
Now Brown. Just gotta love it when a guy attacks the basket. Hannah's only 8 of 26 from 3 in the last 8 games. And then there's another steal and another assist for Smart.
Completely the dynamic of a team that lost its rim protector.
Cowboys in trouble here early.
See, I think smart ball movement, work the middle and baseline, they'll get good looks.
Moving the ball at the perimeter. Nash flashes. Draws the double. Forte off the dribble. Kick back. Brown drives. Beautiful drive.
Excellent. Good ball movement. Spread out Baylor.
Cleaning up the missed free throw. Brown off the dribble. Kicks it back to Forte. This is Franklin who jumps in.
See, I'd love to see Oklahoma State move the ball side to side a little bit, not waste this shot clock.
Brown on the drive, lays it in and one. Score the field goal and put him on a free throw line.
If you saw size contest at the rim that possession twice.
Low Jefferson in low, backs Cox down, misses. Cox off of the defensive rebound. Big body holding his ground defensively. Here comes Brown. Baseline, wrap around, and it's a beauty.
Good job by Markel Brown.
Dropped the dime, got in there too tight. Back comes Brown. He's been quiet here offensively. It's about time for him to go on one of the dribble drives.
See, all the yellow jerseys are up by Brown and Forte, so they're not going to get looks from there.
Suchek out for the high pick and roll. Open on the other side. Another high screen from Suchek, and Brown off the drive. Kisses it in.
And it seems logical to me that Cox with 3 fouls and virtually no playing experience can go to your 5th-year senior.
Now 14 for Jefferson. Baylor looking for some defense. And you wonder with the minutes that Brown has logged over the last 7 games, if that will start to set in. He pulls up, knocks it down, and says, "No, sir, I am not tired."
Good 2-man.
That's his first field goal of the night. And it pulls the Bears to within 3.
And right out of a timeout. Good set play.
Markel Brown hasn't been able to drive inside, so he knocks down the 3 ball.
How about Markel Brown?
Roll. Big fella stays with it, tries to kiss it in, and doesn't.
Good rebound by Murphy, and right now in the half court for Oklahoma State is run your stuff and attack.
Brown does, and throws it down again. What a performance. Gets it into Austin's hands, left hand, short, put back, no. Tap back into Williams. Oklahoma State looking for the tie. Markel Brown drives, and he's got it.
Oh, I like that. I like that.
Well, here's Markel Brown. They're going to get something going. They've got to get through him. I agree with you. And they've kept size on him here. And O'Neal stays right with him. Markel pull up. Beautiful move by Markel Brown that time.
Oh, sometimes they punish you.
A little bit too much spin on that. Williams snaps it away. It's a 5.
Gotta go quick.
Brown rises up and does just that and knocks a 3 down. What a performance.
The Sooners in the early going. Quick move Forte. Short on that shot, though.
Well, right now, Oklahoma State getting the hustle rebounds.
Markel Brown with 3.
A young man that grew up within the shadows of Norman. Dad was a high school football coach. He moved around a little bit, but calls Tuttle home now, about 20 miles away.
That is from deep. Markel Brown.
Playing through Nash a little bit more. He was in foul trouble in the first game, but over the course of his career, he's had really good games against the Sooners.
Well, right now, he's got Tyler Neal on him. And Brown steps back in
3. Unfortunately, he scored 27 on him. Sometimes you play the odds and it doesn't go in your favor.
Markel Brown.
Yep.
The ball up by a point.
Pick and roll, Nash, Brown.
Brown at the rim, soaring to the basket.
They know the importance of what this game means to both teams. That time, Nash initiated that. And he was fortunate.
Yep. Soft touch, Markel Brown. 4 points and 2 rebounds since the break. So he's been a lot more quiet in the second half. He draws the Sooners to within 3.
Oklahoma State is a good half-court offensive team. Usually something run well.
Brown at the basket, easy. Been a pretty steady presence at the point as a freshman for the Sooners. Markel Brown. Oh, how about the bounce off rims? It'll go.
But they like to play fast. Yeah, Texas will go up and down, especially with that freshman point guard, Isaiah Taylor, leading the way. But then they can pound you in the half-court game with Ridley on the inside. I know they're missing Jonathan Holmes, but Lammert making his second start of the year for the Longhorns.
Markel Brown, LeBron Nash, 2 guys who really have to pick up their games, have to score a lot for Oklahoma State without Marcus Smart. There's Markel Brown, and his 3 is good.
A game winner here just a couple weeks ago.
No foul there. Knocked away by Brian Williams in transition. So it's gotten a little sloppy on both ends. Brown, finger roll is good.
Open 3 by the Longhorns.
22 already for Felix. He's already hit 6 threes. That's a career high for the sophomore from New Orleans. Oklahoma State with the ball and in danger of just being blown out of this game. Markel Brown, the long 2 is good. And the count now, a good play by Brown to dive on it and rip it away for the Cowboys.
The thing that I noticed most when that timeout was called, I didn't see Forte, Nash, or Brown really have any type of facial expression. They didn't seem to be upset by what's going on the floor. They're not getting on each other. You have to hold each other accountable at some point in this basketball.
It's in. Williams will fire. And a rebound to Brown.
Now Texas Tech not getting much movement with the ball or with the players. Trying to identify, attack the middle and try to get to the rim.
Small lineup on the floor for Oklahoma State. LeBron Nash essentially the 5. Kamari Murphy on the bench with 2 fouls for Travis Ford. Here's Brown, 7 threes in this building last year. Burkina Faso, or as you know it is Upper Volta. That's
wherever he's from. He came to play tonight. He's been a special present for Orlando Smith.
9th tie of the game. And is on Forte. Here's Brown to the basket, and the Cowboys.
Game from him.
That's right, from the first 2 years.
Cyclones hound Forte, sticking with him. Brown has been quiet. Here's Smart again now. He's got Kane on him, gives it back up, and now Brown nails the three, and that's a big. Forte, catch and shoot off the iron. Smart gets the offensive rebound. Forte gives it up this time, and Brown will come again. Another three, back to
Oklahoma State, man-to-man. Travis Ford's going to need to change up again because they cannot guard this Cyclone team man-to-man.
Yeah, and Niang's off Fran with 17 points here. Brown from the outside knocks it down. That's a 2. Keep an eye on the fouls. It's been a tough game. Niang has it knocked away from him by Nash. Another good defensive play. Brown for the layup. And here come the Cowboys. The right corner, and he'll come out looking for that screen. He's got the ball right now. Switch with the taller Hogue. Brown will take it past Edgem and take the quick.
2 possessions to go, and tough guys don't let one mistake become 2. He shakes it off and comes down, and with confidence snaps it off in transition.
First 3 make for the Bears. They have the 2-point lead. Brown jumper, good.
I thought it was interesting. The danger of pressing Baylor right there. You let a shooter get loose on the backside of the press. A good job to take it from the top third of the floor to the bottom third corner. That's the danger.
Markel Brown open, answers.
Oklahoma State today, Kansas at home on Tuesday, a game I will be at, and then they go to Norman next Saturday. This is a chance for them to save their season.
Brown, another 3, almost the same spot in the first half, and was very quiet.
And Oklahoma State only fouled 5 times, so Baylor didn't get to the free throw stripe in that first half. If they keep playing muscle ball, it will eventually show up.
Nash to Smart along the baseline. Good look up top. Brown from the right side. 3. It's his 5th 3 of this game. Brown, the answer.
Is a real threat to those guys.
They've already won at UCLA. They won the other night at Stanford. Cal, a good team in the Pac-12.
When do they go to Arizona State? I don't think they've been there yet. That could be because of the rivalry, and little Carson kid can cause you problems, but there will be conversation if Arizona wins that game.
Yeah, ASU's played a lot better. Brown, tough shot, good. He's just going to take up 3 and score.
If I'm Scott Drew, I'm sure he said something very similar. This could be a big turn in this ball game, though.
And here's the benefit. He made the free throws, but now they get the extra possession.
Sure.
Watch out.
Drew and his guys.
And is Jefferson a spectacular athlete or what? That's also the 4th foul against Kamari Murphy. So Murphy, who is their post depth these days, he's on the bench with 4.
This brings more reason why Baylor needs to keep hammering away inside, you know?
Round 3, got another one. Can't leave him open. There's the free throw, so maybe not over yet. Clark in transition. Rebound, Cowboys. They need 3, and they need them right now. Markel Brown hits the 3.
Woodard on the inbounds play. And unable to finish is Clark. Pull up Jay from Brown. Markel. Beautiful drive by Cousins and terrific defense by Murphy. Back the other way. Flushing is Markel. The lead is 8. 5.5 minutes. Marcus Smart is trying to lead vocally. He can't do it with the 2 fouls. He's over there on the bench, but he's been very animated over there on the sideline. Speaking of traveling,
that's close.
And a nice driving layup from Brown. Makes it a 6-point game here. 1 and done. Cowboys track it down, trailing by 6.
Exactly what Travis Ford wanted right there. Contested jump shot.
defense tightens on Forte. Try to run, get some daylight if he can. He wants the ball moved to the right. Great move by Brown.
Yep.
Guard on this team. Lon's not real big, obviously, but he's getting good minutes out of Ryan Spangler. Bennett chipped in the first half for him. Back out by 11. That's the biggest Sooner lead is right now at the 18-minute mark in the second half. They had 2 tenths in the first half. Great drive by Markel Brown. He's keeping them in the game. Smart in an open floor. Smart coming to the rim, and it is blocked by Booker. But Nash and Smart, each with 4 fouls. Nash goes to the rim, tap back, battle for a loose ball. Control by Smart. Markel Brown attacks him to be a blocking foul on Clark.
Shot clock winding down. Clark off the window. Markel Brown. Not pleased with the call.
Now here's
Brown with a steal. Yeah, they will. Oh!
Or at least the fact that they were calling it so closely.
West Virginia on the road and leading by 2. Brown a 3. And the Cowboys. Harris.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. When he released that, I knew that was in.
He could have taken something out of Bob Huggins' pocket. He was shooting that from so deep. 6 out of 7 from 3 and 1.
Of Kansas, and also the discipline to set the tone early on.
Oklahoma State has not been to the free throw line yet in this first half. Forte gives it up for Clark. Smart pump fake on a 3. Brown will take it and hits. Motion to his teammates that's what has to happen with a pressure defense. Kansas 1 shot, 3 turnovers early in this second half. 2 minutes gone by.
And if you're Oklahoma State, you have to keep in mind Kansas hasn't played 40 minutes like we saw in that first half all season. So they have been prone because of that inexperience to lapses, which will allow you to get back in the game.
Smart directing traffic. Embiid came on a double initially. Brown will line it up, and he hits a 3. Embiid. Off the mark.
It's one of the few times you've seen him try to do a little bit more than he has in the repertoire right now. And over in that halftime, in that huddle, I should say, during the timeout.
Smart to pull up pop, and he is off. Knocked to the outside. Brown lines it up, and he buries a 3.
And got away from getting the ball inside. Very good possession there by Kansas.
Embiid is starting to flirt with a triple-double. 9 points, 9 rebounds, 6 blocks for the freshman. 59-53, Kansas. Smart against Mason. Embiid lurking. Brown leans into it. There's a triple.
He is so good end-to-end. He can break people down off the dribble.
It is big time around the court, like he's expecting somebody to dive on the weak side, and the weak side just is not diving.
Brown. Layup drill. Seven threes. After Oklahoma State hit 7 first half threes, they haven't made any threes in the second half, but they haven't had to.
It's just too easy. It is a simple on the ball.
And they turn it over at the rim. 10 turnovers now on the Frogs.
Last 2 games, TCU has only had single-digit turnovers coming into time.
Forte quickly into the game. He had 26, a career high in Stillwater last year against the Mountain. Durant and Beasley both went to professional ball after the freshman year. Smart decides to stay. Again, he's got the last 5 OSU points. Staten has the last 6 West Virginia points. Brown's aggressive. And these guards for Oklahoma State football coach Mike Gundy might have sent an email to Travis Ford saying, look out. September the 28th, 11th ranked Oklahoma State football lost here in Morgantown, West Virginia. Now, the basketball team ranked 11th in the country, trying to have a different fate against a much improved Bob Huggins coach West Virginia Mountaineer basketball team.
I will say this would be less of a surprise. West Virginia wins this afternoon than that football game.
3 to shoot. Brown, big bucket to start the half for Oklahoma State.
True time.
Great play by Brown. And Markel Brown with the steal and the flush.
Him some space and let him go make a play.
Markel Brown for the lead. Got it!
There's Brian Williams, arguably the best athlete on this Oklahoma State team. Feeds Brown in the lane. Scoop shot. Gets it to go, but he also get a tough one here on the road. Nice pass to Smart from Clark, but his up and under falls short. Got his own miss, and what an alley-oop. Tip in by Markel Brown. Holmes from the corner. And we have yet to see him get on the scoreboard. Brown to Smart. Brown goes in for a closer look, and 2 more. It's just Nash into the paint. Left hand, no. Lammert lost the rebound. It comes free to Brown, and he slams it down. That's the 3rd finish of the first half. Finally gets his first deuce.
Well, if you're Rick Barnes, you got to feel good that you're down 1 to start the half, and between Holmes and Ridley, you only had 2. Good to see Holmes on the board. Excellent execution against his own.
Nice backdoor pass from Murphy. And an and-one number. Holmes. Everybody getting a touch on this possession. They try to feed it inside. It's deflected by Smart. Brown hustling back. Plays it in. Good defense leading to Texas here. Quick hands defensively, forcing it out on the perimeter. Nice drive, however, by Isaiah Taylor. It's his first basket of the second half. Held to just 4 points so far tonight. Brown high off the window to answer for the Cowboys.
Well, that's what you call a bit.
Great hustle by the All-American. That one's short for Forte. Wanted the foul. Brown and 1.
Replace on the weak side.
Thomas shooting over the 7-footer Socek. 4 seconds left. Here's Brown. He's going to get a shot off in time and score. Well, Southwell back on the bench for K-State with 3 fouls. He has only 1 shot attempt. Gibson stripped. Brian Williams knocked it out. Brown in transition lays
right there, showing some mid-range game.
Nash finds Brown in the corner, gets his own miss, takes it right in and flushes it down.
Run good sets, they run good motion. They have several guys that can hurt you offensively, and Oklahoma State has allowed nothing. Robert Morris is 2 of 9 from the floor through the first 6+ minutes.
See Robert Morris in that zone look. Still getting used to running that defensive set. Here's Murphy now, 10 on the shot clock. Good pass to Brown, and look out.
A period of time than they've ever had. Yeah. Pat Jones had some really nice teams in the 80s when you had a Thurman Thomas and a Barry Sanders, but Oklahoma State another outstanding year.
What a feat
to have him back last year. But ended up playing the final 14 games of the year, but never really got into a rhythm and was not the player that he was the previous year as a freshman.
Look at that. It works twice. 3 there stops the bleeding for Robert Morris as Carvel Anderson buries it from the corner. The floater goes 9. Now looking for help. Throws up a prayer. And Murphy with the easy clear to Williams. Look out. Here comes Brown. By Leighton Hammonds. Speaking of freshmen, here's Stevie Clark. He's had a pretty good night tonight. 3 for 3 from outside the arc.
Good floor game. He's made good decisions. Passed the ball well.
There's another.
Oklahoma State playing defense here against Colorado. Trying for a little backdoor kind of play. Tipped away and stolen. Markel Brown on the move. Brown reverse off the glass.
How about that? Well, what they're doing is they're waiting till he puts the ball on the floor, and that's scouting report defense right there.
Yeah, well executed.
Yeah, a lot of guys who play in the post don't pass well off the dribble, so you don't double team him until he starts to put it on the floor, and that's exactly what the Buffaloes have done in the first half.
Shot clock down to 4. Brown, very tough contested shot.
Now this is a one-shot situation.
No 2 for 1 with the shot clock off.
Freshman King from San Antonio is going to get a piece of Markel Brown. This usually involves a pick and roll here. See the referee trying to get a count. Here's the pick and roll.
Down to 5. Brown foul.
And about that as he avoided any opportunity to run everybody over. And he shot that ball softly off the glass.
So like Tad told our own Andy Katz, it's just a 4-point game. All the problems that Colorado has, they're right in this game. Brian Williams to Markel Brown. I love the...
Yep. Have we seen that before?
Yeah.
That's cerebral.
And it's the technique, too, but also the strength to be able to hold your ground.
Exactly. I'm telling you, he can guard at any spot.
Markel Brown, baseline. He is playing very well.
Boyd gives it up. Shot from the wing by Bell is no good. Cowboys would have the rebound. Brown, nice move. Finger roll good.
That's really good.
Shot block and another. Nash behind the back. Step back 15-footer. Good.
If you're Travis Ford, I mean, you like the start to this half.
Especially that. Hornets can't handle. And back come the Cowboys. Brown pulls up from the wing. That is good. Another three-pointer.
Offense. Appleby kind of forced one there. Talbot tries to tip it home. Last 10 possessions now. 3 turnovers and 1 for 7 from the field for the Bulldogs. What a shot.
That's where they need to get some points this half, Dave. Offensive glass, putbacks, and they've got to find a way to get something off their full court defense.
Nash. Nope. Long rebound back to Nash. And Brown flashes down.
But too many offensive rebounds. I mean, if they would secure that up, they all know he is about team. And so it's not a problem. And then his teammates deserve credit for being mature and understanding it for what it is.
Brown looking for some.
Splits a pair at the line, and South Carolina's got a 1-point lead here early.
And Thornwell was a key sign for Frank Martin. In-state recruit from Lancaster, South Carolina. Spent a year at Oak Hill Academy in Virginia, but he's a 4-star recruit. He's a top 50 national player, and he's already playing at a very good level.
Maybe the most underrated player in the Big 12 Conference.
Well, it was there. That was wide open. He slipped the screen right there, Mitch. But sometimes you have to ball fake to get the defender to bite so that it'll create a passing angle. And there's no question where that ball was going. The defender could knock it away.
Markel Brown sneaks underneath and Markel game at 3.
Thornwell, tons of ability. I mean, he's one. We talk so much about freshmen, and we know the big ones. But he's a very talented young player. He's going to be a great player by the time he leaves.
6 turnovers for Memphis. Brown turned the corner and got the bucket. Going in the half court. What you like about Oklahoma State early in the year, they don't get rattled.
Forte working against Jackson. You're smart on the wing.
Been quiet offensively, but passing well. On that 30-5 Memphis, Missouri team a couple years ago for Frank Haith.
Lead up to 5. Brown off the screen, racing up.
The foul line just elevated up over him.
Forte off the screen. There's Brown. Back out to Forte. Lots of time on the shot clock. Down to 10. Brown rising up. Smart inbounds to Cobbins.
I mentioned the team Cleves of Michigan State who really re-energized that whole program.
Pull up 3. Off the back rim. Nice moves holding. 42-28. Under 2 minutes to go in the first half. Vying for a spot in the Old Spice Classic Finals. Catch and shoot. That's Ronnie Johnson, the lefty. Stevens had his shot blocked by Williams. And back come Oklahoma State. Brown on the move and the layup.
Well, that's your high school ball with Chaz Williams, the outstanding guard at UMass. UMass in the top 25 for the first time in a while.
Brown rising up for the jump shot, knocks it down.
About 20 minutes at a time, just what I call shadow offense, 5-on-0. Everybody knows where to go.
Brown again, coming off that same high though here to start the half.
Well, they did, and I think Travis Ford, on the other hand, just wants to make sure that he stopped that little mini Purdue run. They had the timeouts to do it.
Smart kicks it out to Markel Brown, who raises up for the jumper and knocks down.
Wants to stay on the floor with 3 fouls.
And now 4, Frank.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That not to nickel dime him.
Well, Markel Brown rising.
Individual, and his competitive level is at a point that I've never seen of any player. And probably when I was most
point, he's done that about the last 6-7 minutes for Oklahoma State. Comes off the baseline screen.
You see who they're going there, Mark. Senior.
Rising up for the jumper. That is Sputter.
How about Matt Painter has.
A young team growing up before our very own eyes here today.
Boy, I tell you what, I would almost dare Marcus Smart to shoot the 3 right now and not allow him to get into the lane.
Why, coming in cold?
Yeah, coming in cold and not allowing him to get to the rim or dish to his teammates.
Markel Brown has been the guy, though, on offense of late, and he still is the shot they expect him to take. Here's Markel Brown under. Stan Heath told his players when they finished up their shoot-around today, you don't get a lot of opportunities like this to host a top 5 team on your floor. He wanted them to take advantage. There's Brown with a sweet move.
A little zone by Oklahoma State really bothering South Florida right now, settling for jump shots.
Brown's got the big man at Gunu. Now they switch. Brown gets off the 3 throws. I know the Cowboys players got a lot of pleasure out of playing in front of Kevin Durant, really showing off for him last week. Well, South Florida staying in this game. They got it down to 5 here. Now they need some stops. Brown, a little more of that here to get back into the game.
And Stan Heath called him the key guy, and that key guy delivers here early in the second half.
Victor Rudd, a 6'9" redshirt senior, led the team in scoring and rebounding last year. Markel Brown.
South Florida coming out in attack mode here to start the second half.
Trying to get this crowd back into it.
And you got to think Stan Heath really challenged this basketball team to step up and compete.
Brown. Murphy not there, but Markel Brown. And Travis Ford said, whether I got Marcus Smart or not, we needed a Phil Forte. Keaton Page his career was just about over. And so he got both. And it has worked out well for Travis Ford. Athletic Conference, the former remnants of those from the Big East. In a conference that'll be shifting over the next couple of years. Teams leaving. Louisville and Rutgers after this year. Teams coming. East Carolina, Tulane, and Tulsa next year in the Navy in a couple of seasons. Backdoor cut. And Markel Brown.
The way Memphis wanted to get off on the road in a tough environment.
Markel Brown gets the shooters. Chris Crawford. End-to-end Brian Williams. Gets a swat away.
What a play.
Brown high off the glass.
And when you go for a shot block, two guys went to try to block that shot by Nash. That opens up the offensive glass, and Murphy took advantage of it.
Markel Brown leans in, and this
terrific article about him as well. I'd recommend both those very highly. Right on cue, he gets another steal. But his mother said, look, you're never going to be a kid again, and that's all she said about his decision.
Give him an assist.
Have to stop people. And one of the things about the rules, you know, this rules emphasis this year that some people miss, not you, of course, but that some people miss, is that, you know, while you're complaining about what you can't do on the defensive end, you get the ball back and you get to score against the same defensive rules that you're complaining about.
Haynes called for his second personal. Jump step, the kick out. Markel Brown for three. He got hurt.
Now this should stretch out Arkansas Pine Bluff's zone even more. You have more shooters out there on the perimeter, guys that are a threat, obviously.
But you still got to make the shots to loosen that zone up a little. The 64% free throw shooter on the season makes them both to tie the game at 14. Alley-oop. And that was athletic. Forte with 8-0 run for Oklahoma State. And they get the turnover. And there's another slow down throw.
You can't leave your feet on that ball fake.
Cowboys get a hand in the face of Brock. Force the miss. Three from the wing.
That so is on Marcus Smart. You forget Markel Brown, LeBron Nash, particularly if he develops more consistency this year. Phil Forte leading them in scoring right now. Mike Cobbins, Brian Williams, Kamari Murphy. So there's a lot of other pieces other than those stars from the two best teams.
And that one swatted. Nash chases it down and saves it.
Little floater in the... And I tell you, I've got two young boys, and I tell them it's not an accident that a guy like Forte and Page shoot the ball with. They get in the gym, and they work on it in the correct way.
How about that?
You have to have the back end protected. Cowboys, a little miscommunication right there. Give up the easy one.
You know, talking about Cowboys and history and athleticism, I remember back 91-92, the Byron Houston day. Williams goes up and grabs that one. Smart kicks it for an open three. Another one goes down. The opponent, they're playing Cowboy basketball. Another steal. And a slam.
There to the middle right there.
But the Cowboy hands create another turnover. Folks kick it back out. Another open look.
The talent that they have. Baylor has a chance to be a very good basketball team. They won a close one at home today against South Carolina, coached by former K-State coach Frank Martin.
Very, very good move right there.
He's left-handed, so you got to turn him back if you're Nash the other way. Make him go over his left shoulder to an area he's not as comfortable.
And Markel Brown knocks it down from downtown.
Well, there are a lot of matchup advantages I think that Oklahoma State can take advantage of, certainly in a game like tonight, but I think even within the league, particularly when we talk about Marcus Smart and LeBron Nash.
And what a shot there by
smooth right there.
all 5 of his points coming here in half number 2. Brown knocks it down.
There, that's multiple positions. It gives you different things you can do, not only offensively, and that's what's talked about most, but it's also defensively some of the different things that Oklahoma State should be able to do.
An elevation.
Now, the Delta Devils have not done a great job in defensive transitions. You're right there. If you don't stop the basketball high up the floor, which means up towards midcourt, you're going to allow a guy to drive all over the basket. So that right there, defensive transition was not great from the Cowboys.
And Brown drains it.